Well, guys, it is 10 o'clock on Saturday, Friday, sorry. And oh look, that's looking quite nice. That was off of removing a unit today in the old garage for material storage. Anyway, I want to use this video to just show you what's going on, and Adrian, feel free to pick up on some of this stuff for our improvements video. So not much is changing up here, apart from we're actually just now going to have that changing room is just going to be completely open. We're going to actually convert one of the toilets into the shower. That was Max's suggestion. I've actually come in, I don't know if it said or not just then, but to grab the missus's birthday present, and it was here. Now up here, still a mess. We've just had, so we've got 6 printers going, actually. Yeah, 6 printers going, or 6 printers actually work, but annoyingly we've got lots of filament sensor issues still, not functioning, etc. There's lots of repair work to do, and so we just literally wasted quite a large amount of filament on a print that was incomplete. Add that to the improvements list basically. But yeah, so there's still, I mean, I was hoping the guys were going to sort of like tidy up here, and it hasn't really happened. I know they were quite busy building bits and pieces, but there's lots to do on workflow, which I intend to next week start on the mezzanine floor, so hopefully I can help assist there and try and improve stuff on the mezzanine floor. Although I've got 1 day left to spend down on the ground floor, so I'll talk about the improvements. We call this our lean cart. Basically, this aluminium frame that isn't very strong. I got some free wood from a pallet that was outside and broke that up and used that to make it a bit more secure. So it's actually a lot better. It's still there's still a bit of wobble there, but actually it's coming from the feet. But yeah, and we reused a bit of MDF that we had on top from something else. And then I managed to get the rack on the back, again using the pallet wood. Now, Jacob noticed this gap here, and he grabbed the broom and was like, oh, the broom would go good in between there, how can we fix it? And then I thought, oh, hang on, what about a conduit clip? And it holds it perfectly. So there you go, we've got a place for the broom now. This hasn't really been organised, but you know, it's there. We took the table that was out of the way in the middle and moved that actually over to where the sanding area is going to be. However, I feel that the table is too wide. I kind of wanted I want the sanding area to be it doesn't need to be a big area, it can be quite a small area. I only need to get one person in there, and you know, kind of wanted it to fit somewhere between the anodising tanks and the steel here, and so this table doesn't really fit. So it doesn't get to go back against the wall, which I think is kind of a problem. So this table should probably get reused for something else. I wonder whether or not it could be used as a stand-in part of our assembly operation upstairs or similar. It's a very, very strong desk or strong work table, so it would be brilliant for that. The only thing is that the height, it's too short, so it's a normal sit height, so I haven't measured it yet, but I would say that it's about 150, 200 mil below what would be normal worktop height. Air handling or air extract, so I've still left that pipe temporarily over there. We've joined up the ducting to go upstairs and actually extract out. However, so it works. That's great. It does work, but we had to make a makeshift joint between the two pipes because we couldn't interface the 5" to 4" with the distances that we had. Now that is a temporary measure because this can be done. Now the thing that really bugs me right now is that if you look at this pipe work, it runs straight out of parallel. It's like over 90 degrees on the bend here, and pointing towards that way. So if it went just straight and perhaps was a little bit longer, we'd probably float that right in there with a joint done properly. So it might be something that we redo in future, or it may stay as it is for a long time. Who's to say? But at the moment it's not a priority because it works. And if it works, then I'm not going to fix it, if that makes sense. At least it's not a priority, as I say, until we move on to do other bits, until we've completed all the other bits and pieces. So, I mean, that's about it. Actually, I'll show you one quick thing. We realised, so we spend a lot of time sweeping, and obviously sweeping is, you know, it's one of these processes, you have to sweep it up and sweep it by hand, etc. However, if I run this vacuum with this attachment, it does an excellent job of tying in. So that, to me, is a great improvement, because that saves time having to pick stuff up and saves time sweeping. So maybe the broom's not needed on the side. But, you know, still, as I say, it's I know you don't really want to probably watch me tidy, but I think once I start doing it, I'm like, oh, look, let's carry on. But it does a really good job on this floor. So this attachment is absolutely perfect, and it makes it so quick. So yeah, so the only thing is we don't have a place for the vacuum yet. So we need to work out a place for it. Just unplug this, and we also need a permanent outlet for it that can be switched off and on easily. The annoying thing is it's 110 volt, which isn't really ideal, because the transformer draws out current whether or not it's connected to something or not. Assume it's plugged in and on. If that makes sense. So no, I don't know where the vacuum should go. It's got quite a long hose, and we could definitely get a longer hose. So, you know, like, it could be something that sort of stays fairly in position, but at the same time it's on wheels, it's got a nice long lead on it, so it is good for vacuuming out the whole of the ground floor workshop and kind of making it a bit tidier. So that's something that well, you know, should save some time once we find the home. Yeah, I think that's about it really. I mean, we're reusing, so this was in the garage, so we're going to reuse some of the MDF from this. Going to use this panel to go in on the bottom here, which will help make this more secure, but also will be a place to store some of the stuff that we use less often on the lathe but still need. Chucks, you know, these two chucks down here, for instance, be perfect on the underside of there. Yeah, and well, that's where we're at the moment. So yeah, enjoy. Anyway, have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you guys later.